Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out DUMDi DUMDi by I-DLE. DUMDi DUMDi stylized like how they stylize most of their stuff with the lowercase I. Just thought I'd point that out. This is I-DLE's first comeback since, oh my god, earlier this year. Since quarantine happened. Since they canceled their US tour. My God, what a shame. It's very unfortunate that we are in the times that we are because I was so excited to see this group live. Oh my goodness, it's such a damn shame. But hey, at least we are being served content. So I'm excited to check this out. Now, before we do, this video is brought to you by our Patreon. Guys, if you enjoy what we do, if you would like to support us, head on over to our Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/formatherapy for as little as $2 a month, you get early access to videos like this. We react to variety stuff, drama, reality shows. We did Queendom. We have some I-DLE variety content that we've checked out. If there's anything else you want to request, head on over to our Patreon. But supporting us monetarily is completely optional. If you don't want to or you can't, that's fine. Let's just get into this video. This is DUMDi DUMDi by I-DLE. And this is your form of therapy. All right. Just based on this open stretch of dirt, and a title like DUMDi DUMDi, just prediction, it's going to be a summer song. It's going to have a bit of that old Sonora Western type of vibe, that cowboy type of vibe. First of all, I want to read that. When the sun strikes the heart of the desert, 6 wandering souls come across each other at an outdated motel where human vestiges are barely traceable. There is a special life story behind each soul, and together they end up spending the most burningly compelling day of their lives. So already, that slow bass and that guitar twang and the very, very Western vibe. Although I have a feeling that's actually not what's going to be in the song. I feel like this is just for the intro. Soyeon with that long hair. Them extensions. Oh, is Sujin's hair short? We'll get a better look. Miyeon looks like...
Welcome, young lady. Room 103.
Like one of the character from like the Flintstones. The way she's dressed. Ooh, that yellow jacket looks really good on Ugi. Kind of brings out like a little bit of an amber touch in her eyes. What an abrupt start to a song. Wait. Okay, this is not abrupt. No, that's not the song. Okay. That was just an abrupt cut. Okay. And then Shua is like the girl that's stuck in like that small desert town looking for an escape. Okay. And then Soyeon shows up to kind of change things up. Ooh. Okay. I like those opening drums. I want a little more of that. Oh, weird. Weird. Oh my gosh, Sujin looks gorgeous with that hair. Wow, Shua has lines. Hopefully she has more. Ooh, okay. Here's the curious thing. Here's why I was so shocked. Why I thought, frankly, I thought was weird. It's regarding the production of the song. Before we get into that, first of all, let me see. I think DUMDi DUMDi, given how it sounds, it's not a promotional title track in the sense of like it's not a whole promotional push, I would say. Better phrase it, I feel like it sounds like a single. It sounds like a single, and it does not sound like a single that they would necessarily push thoroughly like, let's say, I-DLE's Uh-Oh. First of all, I-DLE with their title tracks usually comes with something much more of a stylized, harder concept that's much more stronger and in your face and more fully realized. This one, there is no, I would say the concept is not as high concept as it usually is. It's a little bit more generic, all right? And with that said, I think it's because they were just trying to put out a summer single. That's exactly what it sounds like. And it's their first attempt at a full summer song. So how did they do? This is actually not what I expected from them. If they were to do a summer song, I mean, heck, I would say they already have a summer song that's kind of perfect for a summer song, but wasn't marketed as a summer song, which is La Ta Ta, which they love to just constantly just remake and re-put out because it's that great of a song. Now, with that said, DUMDi DUMDi, the reason why I was so caught off guard is it's actually a very Western pop production. It takes, I feel like, a lot from, I would say, early 2010s summer pop. Probably one of the biggest things is the flourishes for the verse and the chorus are not necessarily your typical K-pop sort of verse. So what makes a K-pop song a K-pop song? There are many elements, but one is the difference in color between the verses and the chorus. Usually K-pop songs, like the verses are extremely colorful, and then the chorus is even louder and bigger. Like each section is like really loud and really pronounced, whereas American song productions, just the chorus is very catchy and very pronounced. Obviously, that's not the case for everything, but that's kind of like the backbone and the skeleton of American pop music. Now, American music has actually been going through a trend where not only does it not have a colorful chorus anymore, they actually don't, like, the bleed from a verse into a chorus, the transition is almost seamless. They fade into it left and right, and it's almost like there are, like, with a K-pop chorus, it goes high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. But with American choruses, it's almost like it's just like they stay in one. They stay in one zone, and that's kind of how it felt here. From the verse to the chorus is not a huge transition, in my opinion. It kind of like smooth, like, it does pick up in energy, but I feel like it's kind of very smooth, and it doesn't feel like it's a huge change. So yeah, that doesn't necessarily, that the drop doesn't feel necessarily loud and powerful, and I feel like it stays in that same tempo, and I feel like that's a very American summer pop song. In fact, I would say the one thing that kind of makes this colorful on its own is that hook, that DUMDi DUMDi hook. That definitely sounds like the type of thing that Soyeon would make, and sounds very idol-esque as well. The music video, I'm not necessarily a fan of the music video. I can tell, like, that's what, even if, like, I wasn't listening to this song, if you had just shown me the music video, I could tell you, oh, this is a single. They did not really necessarily throw too much money into this one. I feel like it also does the stereotypical summer music video thing. If you guys want to know how to shoot a summer music video, you start off with like a desert or cold kind of background, and then that's how the daytime summer-esque part works. You're either by the beach or you're in the desert like this. And then for the second half of the music video, when it gets to the nighttime portion, you complement it with neon signs, neon colors, bright magenta or pink or purple colors. You offset that with blue or like teal or cyan. So you're seeing a lot of purple and blue in the color right here. You can see it in this section as well. If you look on the left, you get a lot of reds, a lot of magentas, and then on the right, you get a lot of blues. Very, very common color scheme for a summer music video. I would say an example of that is April's Now or Never, Daya's Woo Woo, Uju Sonya's Boogie Up. They all do the same thing. So from a music video production aspect, I'm actually not that tickled. I feel like Idol always tends to have such really creative, big music videos. DUMDi DUMDi, it's just an average music video. Something they shot for the singles. So, from a video aspect, not a fan. But I thought the song was really, really catchy. I also like that the song, it's a little bit more festive. It's a little bit more tropical. It's kind of hard to place what it's inspired by. Is it more of a Latin beat? It's not necessarily the Western beat that I guessed before. They had that sort of Western sort of feeling for the opening, for the intro, but that wasn't necessarily what the song was going to sound like. But I'm not too familiar with Latin music or just like this general festive music in general. So if anybody knows what this is more reminiscent of, let me know. Which feels very different for a lot of the summer songs that we're getting this year. A lot of the summer songs we're getting this year are, again, that whole Western-inspired sound. So this feels like a nice little shakeup. But guys, what did you think? What do you think of Idol's first ever summer song? At least like their full push to do a summer song. I personally give this song like a solid 7.5 out of 10. I don't know what this song needed for me to bump it up to an 8 or a 9, but something. I think it's just missing the usual Idol shock factor. There's always something about an Idol title track song that has a nice big shock factor to it. And that's why I also feel like this single feels more like a B-side type of song too. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a nice thumbs up. Leave a comment. If you also want to support us, visit us at patreon.com/formatherapy. For as little as $2 a month, you get early access to videos like this and more. However, supporting us monetarily is completely optional. If you don't want to or you can't, we understand. Why don't you go ahead and hit like down below. Be notified when we upload a new video by hitting subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And check out all our other videos over here.